Rick, your players have talked all year long about the in-season tournament. Tonight you have a chance to control your own destiny. What's been the talk in the locker room with your group about tonight?
Well, everyone knows the situation, so there's no reason to overstate it. We also know that Atlanta is still very much alive in this, and they're going to be looking at this as a great opportunity as well. So our compete level is going to have to be tremendously high. They've got two great guards. They got two all-star guards, guys that either are all-stars or have been all-stars or will likely be all-stars again. And so, the task is big. So we know we got our work cut out for us. We know the building's gonna be live. Every time you see one of these courts, with all the stuff painted on it. I mean, it's a bigger deal, no question about it.
Hey Rick, you've built some really amazing offenses back in your Dallas days, calling a lot of plays, and you're really good at that. This Pacers team, you guys are number one in offense, playing a very different style, and just wondering what facilitated that difference in style for you?
Yeah, I really haven't called plays for 14 years.
Okay.
I think it was January of 2009. I met with Jason Kidd. I gave him a DVD of our plays, which he really didn't need anyway, and he just started calling, and our team played way better, and 2.5 years later we won a title. And so it's been a long time. I grew up playing the game, in really its purest form, and a lot of pickup games with old school rec players, guys my dad's age, and you learned a lot about the game playing it that way. And then when I got drafted by Boston, I had 3 amazing years there as a player in a very similar style. Not a lot of plays, a lot of making plays and not a lot of calling plays, and a lot of flow basketball with the ball going through the right players. And so I learned from that, and it's just all along the way, you learn lessons. You succeed at some things, you fail miserably at others, but each year you look at the personnel that you have and you try to figure out the best way to play. So we ever since we got Tyrese, we've really been trying to play at a faster tempo, because he's really, if not the best player at that tempo, certainly one of the very best in all of the game. And so we continue to work at the defensive end.
Hey Rick, congratulations on 900.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Thanks, Bob.
In the history of the league, only 3 players have ever averaged 20 points and 12 assists in a season. Could you comment on Tyrese? And Trey's not too far behind him, of that amazing start to their seasons.
Yeah, it is amazing. There's been, as we move along in this league with this game constantly evolving, the statistical milestones are going to continue to be shattered. There's just no question about it. 3 years ago, or 3.5, or whatever it was, we in Dallas with Luka, we set an all-time points per chance record at 1.16. Now it's well over 1.20, and so it's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going. But the big thing about those two guys are winning players, and I believe that both of them care much more about winning than stats. And they're both on the younger side, but they are realizing that their legacies will be linked far more to winning than stats. And so our task, and Quinn's task here in Atlanta, is to advance the team to later and later stages of the playoffs. For us to get to the playoffs, haven't been there in a while. And the stats are an an interesting conversation point. But really, in terms of what's really real, you know, the wins and losses are really real. Is that it?